The Lexus RCF wants to play in the same league as the M3, and that at the front.
It exudes extravagance. Its appearance is aggressive, dynamic, special. This Lexus is a coupe with exotic status. In the sales statistics, it takes up one of the last places. But one thing it is definitely not: boring. It creates a reaction from all that see it, whatever the look may be. The RCF is rectangular and angular. Even the so-called Diabolo grille is a unique selling point. The headlights are rugged. On the carbon hood, there's a gaping air outlet like a deep wound. Like with the M3, the roof is also made of carbon, as is the removable rear spoiler. The angled tailpipes dominate the optic of the rear, and here too, countless lines, edges, and shapes. Aerodynamics is a big issue with the RCF. This is also illustrated by the grille-like air outlets behind the front wheels. Under the hood, the Japanese is almost American. The engine, a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8. Interior, unfortunately a lot of plastic, which should be upgraded with various carbon applications. In addition to numerous buttons and switches, the infotainment system is operated via touchpad, which needs getting used to in the beginning. Small features such as the electrostatic temperature operation are really quite nice. Its own wireless hotspot on board is super convenient. Unlike the back seat, it is coupe typical and not designed for people with long legs. For this, the front seats are more comfortable and well made. With the carbon package, the RCF scratches the €90,000 mark. The basic version starts at €75,000. That sounds like a lot, but compared to the famous ancestor of the RCF, it's still a bargain. The legendary Lexus LFA hovers in different spheres.
The LFA is a super sports car from Lexus. I always say it's a Formula 1 car with a street permit. The car is built entirely of carbon and has only Formula 1 technology, and it's just a supercar with handcrafted finishing.
Between 2010 and 2012, Lexus produced this limited edition of 500 models, 50 units of which were the more extreme Nürburgring edition. They're recognized mainly by the huge rear wing. The carbon race car is littered with flaps and aerodynamic components. It stands there flat, almost delicate compared to the RCF. The interior of the Nürburgring edition, carbon and Alcantara wherever one looks. Due to the small numbers produced, the LFA is now a collector's item. Its value has loosely doubled or even tripled. One quality that the fans especially like is the screeching 560 horsepower V10 engine, which draws attention to it. Today, the sportiest versions of the Lexus models always have the letter F in their name. They all benefit from the experience that Lexus made with the LFA, be it the GT3 or the road version of the RCF. But despite any return to the LFA, the progress doesn't stop. The RCF is the first Lexus in which the so-called torque vectoring differential is optionally on board. That should make it the racetrack expert. The targeted use of additional power to the rear wheels ensures for stability and cornering dynamics.
The F-Series is always the sportiest version from Lexus. However, one cannot compare these two cars directly with each other.
But based on performance, it now becomes clear how big the difference actually is. Nevertheless, the RCF is one of the sportiest Lexus models today, and you can definitely have a blast with it. The Asians have specially honed their sound machine in the interior, but from the outside, one misses a decent V8 sound. Thanks to the adjustable driving modes, the RCF can be configured as desired. In Sport Plus mode, throttle response, suspension, and electronic intervention are trimmed to fun, and so it is quite fast on the highway. Incidentally, one should change gears oneself. In automatic mode, the Lexus gets muddled at times. But the spark does not quite seem to want to ignite. The RCF somehow always seems somewhat sedate. The 1,800 kilos and the heavy engine on the front axle become noticeable. So will those who have the choice between M3, M4 and RCF really decide for the Lexus?
There are customers that are actually making the transition. Those who then wish for a little something special, not the off-the-shelf car. From a design point of view, to simply say, I want something special, the performance from the RCF is indeed very competitive.
But the chance to meet an identical built model is almost zero. The RCF is and remains a vehicle for individualists and Japan fans.